Hi, my name is Annalisa Hunter, and I'm the pastor here at Swamico United Methodist Church. Today I'd like to talk about something that I've been getting a lot of questions about, and I even got a phone call this morning. What is going on with this split in the United Methodist Church and these churches that are having these votes to leave the denomination right now? And what does the word disaffiliation mean? These are really great questions. The United Methodist Church has a long history of being a Christian community that welcomes a lot of people who are interested in living the lifestyle of being a disciple, a committed follower of Jesus Christ. Over the years, we have had a lot of disagreements on a lot of theological positions. And for the most part, we've been a big tent where a lot of us have been able to do a lot of amazing ministry together to help our communities, to help our neighbors, and to bring people closer to God, even though we don't agree on every single theological point at the same time. Right now, though, we are having a disagreement over one topic that has some deeper roots in a bigger topic. And it's gotten to the point where some churches and some pastors, some members have decided that we can no longer stay together in ministry and connected ministry together because of these disagreements. And the topic right now that is causing this disagreement is the issue of whether we ordain as pastors or allow weddings and marriages for people from the LGBTQ community. That may be the surface disagreement that we're having. The deeper disagreement that comes through in this topic is, how do we read the Bible today? How do we listen to what God is trying to say to us? And how is that connected to our modern lives, considering the Bible is a text that is thousands of years old? A lot of people have some pretty well-developed ideas about the issue of the LGBTQ community and whether they can get married in the church, whether people who identify that way can serve as pastors in the church. I am not here today to try and change your mind on anything. I want to say that there are a number of interpretations of the Bible that end up having different realities in our church today. I would like to honor all of these different interpretations, and I ask that you consider doing this as well, that all of these people with different interpretations on this topic are trying to be faithful and obedient to their understanding of God and how God works in our world today. We are not all at the same place on this issue, but I do hope that we can all honor and respect each other, that each of us is doing the best job that we can on this issue of understanding God and being obedient to God. Beyond that, let's go into a few of the details of this United Methodist situation. So we had a global meeting called a General Conference in 2019, trying to get to the bottom of this issue and try to come up with a way forward that we could continue doing our ministry together, but resolve this issue in such a way that it would no longer be the one thing we're always debating and arguing about. Part of the decision at that conference was that churches who have come to an understanding on this issue, where they feel like they can no longer be part of the global United Methodist Church, would have a way that they could leave the denomination with their church buildings within a certain time frame. And the deadline for that is December 31st of 2023. So you may have seen in the news a number of articles or heard from people that there are churches having votes right now, and some are choosing to stay in the United Methodist Church and some are choosing to leave. And this is part of that process where we wanted to open things up, and people who feel that for reasons of conscience and theology, they can no longer be part of the global church that is the United Methodist Church, that they can take some votes and go through a process to leave. So a bunch of churches are doing that right now, and that process is called disaffiliation. I don't know where that name came from, but that's the word that is being used for this process within the United Methodist Church right now. For all the churches who are going through this has been a time of prayerful discernment, and they've really been wrestling with what it means to be United Methodist, or what it would mean to leave the United Methodist family of faith and go in new directions. I honor all of the churches that have had these conversations, have been going through this prayer process, and have been going through the vote. For those who've decided to leave and go in new directions, I offer blessings and prayers of support that you will go and find some great new opportunities for ministry going forward. For those who are staying in the United Methodist Church, I think we need to do some prayers ourselves to figure out the best way that we can be a strong church providing ministry to our communities going forward as well. I hope this has been helpful to explain a little bit of the current timelines that the United Methodist Church is experiencing on this issue of disaffiliation and these votes for churches to split and go in new directions. As always, I honor everyone's decision, whether it is to stay or to go, because I believe everyone is trying to be faithful and obedient to their understanding of God in the world today. So let's lift that up for everyone and show that respect to everyone. Thanks so much. We'll see you next time.